Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and it's time for your top 5, scratch that, top 6 from the weekend of August 11th and 12th, where the theme was pose. The reason it's 6 this week is because I got it down to the last 2 that I wanted to pick, and I picked one, and then I replaced it and picked the other, and I was like, screw it. I picked top 6 this week, and we'll leave the vote up to you because I thought 6 deserved to be in here, and that's where we're going to go from. But before we get into who the winner was from last week's top 5 and who's winning a Black Rapid strap, the new theme is school for the weekend of the 18th and 19th. The reason I've selected school is some people are starting to go back to school right now, at least here in the U.S. I don't know where else in the world, but you know what? If you're going back to school, what are you thinking? Come up with a picture for that. If you've already graduated from school a long time ago and you've no longer go to school, think back to a memory from school that you would like to recreate, or just what's your perception of school? What are you going to do? Are you going to like sit at a desk, or are you going to, my dad's calling here, and I'll call him back in a minute. But you know, what are you going to do for school? It's a really cool theme where the kids are walking to the bus or the short bus or the detention. I'd love to see what you come up with. But let's look at the top 5 from last week and see who won. I know it was a close vote. 904 votes, nice job. 24%, 23%, 19%, 21%. It was close. 217 votes, and the winner is Polin Photography, and that one is right here. Right there, that's the flower. That's a beautiful flower shot. Congratulations, you are winning a Black Rapid strap. And so is somebody. That was like a last-minute vote because I don't think they were in the lead a little while ago. I'm just going to double-check. 217. That's the most amount. That's 24%. So they're winning. Congratulations. And so is somebody down here who left a comment, because you can win a Black Rapid strap as well. I pick it randomly, go through here, contact you privately, and you win. So let's look at the top 5. We've got 53 Cent right here with this portrait, I believe, of his girlfriend. And she's staring at me, and I had to look. I really like this pose. It's a great photo. That's why I picked it. I think it works very well. The composition works. The way that he cut the arm where he cut it, it's not very distracting. I like the color, and I love her eyes. 53 Cent, I love your girlfriend's eyes. There, I said it, all right? Then we got the Boilermaker. It's I believe this person was on vacation in New York, and I like this shot. Whether it's HDR or not, I like the underside of the bridge being lit up. I like the skyline. I like that. I believe it's the Brooklyn Bridge. Don't yell at me if I'm wrong, please. Please don't. Don't do it. But I think it is a very well done image. The reflection of the water off the bottom of the bridge, it all works together. It goes together very well, so nice job. Then we've got Rolo Vargas. A really sweet shot here. I did have a criticism. I almost didn't pick it because of this in the background. Maybe it's a bus or something. But I like the shot. It's sweet. It's soft. The lighting is great. I love all the different tones. Nice job. Then we have MP Pixel. Really nice focus on the eyes. The lighting is great. The reflection is awesome. It's a cool pose. I mean, it's a pose of the eyes. It looks good. This is definitely a pose. She's eating like mini M&Ms. Those things are so tasty. Mini M&Ms, if you just, you get that tube? It's like you shove it all in your mouth at once. You're like, oh my God, I love the taste of mini M&Ms. They're awesome. Great photo. I like that she's doing this. I like the light in the eyes. It works. Then the last one, I kept bouncing back and forth, but I wanted to pick this picture and put it in here. So we got Andrew M. Welch. I thought this was a nice photo. I really like the pose. I like the composition, and I love the fact that it's using negatives to look through. It's really, really cool. So that's your top 6 this week. I decided to pick 6 because I thought it would work. Please vote for your favorite right here. Just pick one of them, hit the vote, and maybe they will win a Black Rapid strap because they get the most votes, and you could win if you put a comment in the Facebook like box, or the Facebook box down here, on why you selected the one that you selected. Don't forget to tweet it, like it, stumble it, tumble it, Google Plus it, and pin it if you Pinterest things. I don't really Pinterest very much anymore because it's something I'm not doing. But coming up right now is the critique from last week's critique, and here it is. Here we go with your critique from the weekend theme, which was pose. So let's go through this. This was interesting. Look how far that wheel is turned. I don't get it, but I thought it was a cool pose with the vehicle and the writing on the wall, which I hope isn't real. It doesn't look real. I don't think it's real. It doesn't look real. He's real. But no, it looks pretty cool. I thought it was interesting. I'd like to see it a little brighter. It's a little underexposed to me, but that's what I'd like to see. Critique part, I find these to be extremely cheesy. I know that clients sometimes ask for this, but it's so cheesy to make everything black and white except for the matching colors. It comes across as cheesy. That's my critique for that. I like this photo. I just wish they sent it to me a little larger because it was sent really, really small. It was uploaded, and I would like to have... I like it. I like it a lot with the Spider-Man board. Just a little bit more foot room. I mean, that's a little nitpicky, but just a little bit more. I like the photo. I just wish it was a bigger file so I could look at it more, but it is cute. This was nice, too. A nice silhouette against a really nice skyline. I love the roads. I love this time of day. It's just between sunset and darkness. Yeah, no, it's sunset, so it's between sunset and darkness. But I love all the lights on the background. Very nice job separating the subject from the background, blowing it out. Really nice job there. Hey, let me get the door for you. But why is he wearing a pink ascot? He's got a pink cummerbund, orange shoes, and red hair. Okay, anyway, I think it's a cool shot. I like the hot rod blowing the background out, separating the subject. Looks pretty cool, getting down on the ground level. But it's like this. Hey, let me get that door for you, Jill. Thank you. You're such a gentleman, Bob. Yeah, I'm a gentleman. I'm going to take you in the back seat and drive the car. Oh, that would be wonderful. I hope that there's enough room. And then all that. You're so amazing, Bob. Yes, I am so amazing. Would you like to marry me because I'm so amazing? Sure, Bob. Awesome. And then we move on. Oh, hey, we got original Star Wars action figures. We've got Han Solo. I call him Han Solo. We got... That's a really bad Wookiee sound. C-3PO, R2-D2, this guy... That's Luke Skywalker, and then we got Princess not Amidala. It's what was her name? Carrie Fisher. Yeah, that. It's like let's see 3PO. I bet you could. Moving on. Anyway, so Jackie shoots a lot of races, and I thought this was a cool shot of the kid on the bike because it's different from what she normally shoots. And it isolates the kid. Great use of composition. Rule of thirds works really well. The only thing is the kid should be wearing a helmet. I don't know if he needs to be, but it's against the law here, the Pennsylvania. You have to be wearing a helmet, or maybe it's Philadelphia, you have to be wearing a helmet on a bike. Nice, tight portrait. I like the crunchiness, the crispy feel of the portrait here. Nice job. We got a nice star trail. One criticism is the tree. You have plenty of sky. Move it up just a little bit, get rid of that tree, even cut it out now using content-aware fill or something else. Just get rid of it because it's distracting. But other than that, it's spectacular. Really nice shot of this bumblebee. It may not even be a bumblebee. It could be a wasp. But that's very nicely done. I'm sure it's cropped quite a bit. You can see a little harsh on the edges, but it's pretty cool. It's very nice and detailed. Nice job. Moving forward, we've got a clothespin, not a clothespin. We had I believe he said it was a paper clip posing. Very creative. Love the muted feel of this. Love the isolation of the clothespin. What is the thing called? It's called a paper clip. Thank you, Jared. Hey! Yeah, so it was a great street portrait of the one-toothed lady. It's a very nice portrait. Nice job, black and white, it's nice and solid. These are cool. Look at the leap pads. I wonder if you can really jump on them. They're really awesome. How do they grow like that? Is that real? Is this real life? It's really cool. Nice isolation shot of this plant thing. Really cool. I really like this. Nice job. So I like the panning shot. The panning is when you move with the subject. So you're in the car and this guy is on it and you're following along. The background's going to blur, but you're moving at the same speed as the subject, so they're not going to blur. The composition, I like it. I'd like to see it actually a little tighter because it's just the way it's cutting the foot off and the tuchus is a little hurting. But I think if it was like boom, boom, you know, get the handlebars, maybe the top of the wheel, that composition would work, but I like it. Very underexposed. Even if it wasn't, you know, you need to open up that aperture, you need to bump the ISO, drop the shutter speed to give yourself more light, or post-production, bump up the exposure level in Lightroom or however you're going to edit the raw file, and that's going to allow you to add more light and make this image a saved image. Okay, so we got a pose here. I'm yawning. I'm sorry, it's late. And the criticism here is cutting the foot off. Either cut it off, either leave it all in there or cut off much higher. Somewhere right above the knee would work in this case, or maybe even a horizontal of this because the way her S curve of her arms would work very nice. I like it. I love the duck. I love the isolation of the water. It looks really cool. He's like, I'm going to drink some water. She's like, hey, what's up? Don't mess with me. I like the lighting in the background. I like how she's lit. It's a very dark looking area. She's got scissors on her dress. I don't know if she's going to cut me. I hope she doesn't, but it looks good. So we've got this girl leaning out here. It's proposing. It's a nice pose. Then we got the horse. I'm going to pose for the picture. And then we got Gene Simmons. We got Kiss. I hope I don't get sued for showing a Kiss photo. So the wonderful thing about shooting unbelievable shows like this is look how many lights there are in the background. It just makes it so easy to photograph. This is the time you could shoot a show at f4, f4.5, at 1,000th of a second at like 400 ISO and still have plenty of room to move because the lighting is incredible. Not a big fan of the crop. Not a big fan of the crop, but Gene, let's see how long my tongue is. My tongue's not that long. So this is awkward because he's eating a strawberry, but I think if he was in a strawberry patch, it could be better. It's kind of out of context with the tree there. It's like, hey, I'm hiding in the bushes. I'm gonna eat this strawberry. And I just like to see the contrast pumped a little more if we're going to talk about that part of it. I like the isolation of the subject. It's good. I just don't know about the context of being in the tree. Sure, you could tell me more, but definitely pump that contrast, and I think it will go boom even more. Hummingbirds are a fascinating thing. They fly like this, and their wings flap so quick, but nice frozen motion here, which means I had a really fast shutter speed, and then the hummingbird's like licking the nectar. It's like, I'm going to lick the nectar. I like this. I just think it's a little underexposed. It's a little on the dark side. I'd like to see more come out. So I'd like to see it brighter a little bit. This is a cool in the shaft. Again, I don't understand the crop. I don't understand the squarish crop. I'd like to see this black and white, high contrast. The color's cool, but I want to see it sharp, high contrast, and I think it would kick ass. This is very nice. Multiple shots. Cut himself into the chair. Looks really good. Alexander Anyfandakis. Anyfandakis. There we go. Alexander Anyfandakis. I like that name. It's really awesome. I like this photo. I like the concept here. He's looking in one. It's really nice. Nice job. This I pulled out because I wanted to show you what a crop looks like. Somebody said this was 100% crop. Look at the noise and the grain that happens as you crop. There's nothing you can do to save that. One of the things you could do is not really sharpen as much because the clarity is probably pushed too high and so is the sharpening. But this is why we don't crop photos, because you can just look at all this noise and grain, which so many people complain about. But one way to stay away from that is to not crop so heavily. I don't know why I picked this one out. I mean, I probably wanted to talk like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Hey, I'm Pooh Bear. I don't even remember. There's Piglet, Eeyore, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, the little boy, and a tree, and honey. Usain Bolt. Shout out. Okay, so criticism here. It's a nice shot of the model. I like the background, but there's not enough foot room. You see how that's just so close to the edge? Try not to be that close to the edge. You have plenty of room to even leave maybe this much space. That's all that it needs. So this person said they were inspired by the photo story that I've done of my mother. I believe it was their father was having a lung transplant. And yeah, I mean, anytime you see a hospital picture, it brings back memories for a lot of people, but it's the moments to capture. So hopefully he comes through this fine, and gets, the lungs to take, because that's what the whole hope is. But that's an amazing surgery, the fact that they can do that. So hopefully everything's all right. I hope you let me know what happens. So I pulled this shot because it's about the eyes. You have to see the eyes. I know you can see them a little bit behind the goggles, but photos, even when they're animals or people, it's all about the eyes. Try to show the eyes as much as possible, because when there's that connection, there's that connection. This was a cool shot. I love the after effect that went on here. I think that's really fun and creative. It's a nice jump. It's an interesting shot. It's a nice composite. We see that more and more today. A lot of people seem to like it, so I think it works. And that takes us back to the beginning. So don't forget that the new theme is school. A lot of people are going back to school. A lot of people have been out of school for a long time. But what do you remember about it? You could create a school theme. You could sit at a desk. You could remember back to school night, which I can't wait for back to school night. I'm going to bother the teachers. I'm going to be like, hey, pick me. Hey, pick me. They're going to be like, oh, so that's where your kid gets it from you. I'm like, that's me. But so school, back to school. I used to go to school. I hate school. I like school. School. So do that. Also, don't forget about the podcast. Just go on the website, click the podcast button. You can link it to iTunes and all that good stuff. And load, thank you. You can click this here to subscribe on iTunes. You've got all the Raw Talk right here. You can play it. But be sure to post your photos up in the forum, so maybe you can be part of the top 5 next week. Don't forget to vote for your favorite, and maybe you can win a Black Rapid strap. So there you have it. Good luck. Have fun this weekend. Jared, Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya! Are you subscribed yet on the YouTube channel? Well, click this subscribe button right here. Also click this box if you want to be emailed every time I upload a new video, so you can get the latest video uploads as they happen. And also, if you haven't signed up for the free user's guide, sign up right here. Put your name, email address in here, hit send it. You will get a free ebook sent to your email, as well as a link to a 60-minute long video on flash photography in the studio that Adam and I created. So please do that, and we'll see you.